Yes, friends. In this we have a data. This is our data is only number and label. Now what can I want? This number is same. So I want this number plus this value. So if you want to use this one, then how to put out the value? We will concatenate the value. Our result is 21094111430. Then semicolon this value plus this value plus this value. This semicolon and copy this value. For example, I'm copy here this value. Here I am copy this value. Second, copy this value. And third, it will copy this value. Ultimately, in an Excel language, you can say that this is a concatenate the Excel value. So if you want to concat this value, so you can use this concatenate this value plus concat from this value. So this is your value. On the basis of concatenate, we have concat this value. But now we have some condition here. If the number is same at that time, label value is fixed, label value is concat with your side. So this is a complicator from your side. So you have to create this value with concatenate the function, but with using of some condition. So make sure that this condition with your value, it's very important from your side. So if it is value and on the value basis you want to use this value, so we want to use this value with using of concatenate function. We have to do this concatenate the function with using of this value. So now we want to use this value. On the basis of this value, we want to on this value. Now what can I do? First, we can concat this value. Yes, definitely we can use the concat formula, but with using of if condition. Whenever I'm discuss with the if condition, at that time first we will discuss if condition, we concatenate. This is very useful because if whenever the no one condition is applicable, at that time always if condition is applicable. So make sure that with using of if condition we can use this functionality. On the uses of this functionality, we can directly create this functionality. First, our condition is if condition, if this value not equal to this value. First, both the value is different than B2 value, otherwise else concat first value, then comma, then your second value. So now this is only simple condition. First, we will check here this value not equal to this value. So not equal to, then we can do the both the value combined, otherwise a single value. Both the value is not equal to, then you have to concat the both the parameter. For example, not, both are not equivalent value. First and second is not equivalent value, then b1 value, b2 value, and we can concat the first value another value. Yes, you have to do the concatenate function, but with using of concat function, you cannot use the different criteria with the different value. With using of different criteria, different value, you cannot concat the particular criteria from this value. So if you use this criteria, you want to use the particular data with using of this value. So first I am using this one, then how to concat this value. Then first, this is a B2, then C1. C1 is your blank value. C1 is your blank concat value. Then AND operator, double quote, semicolon, double quotes. Then AND operator B2. Yes, I can understand. First, A2 not equal to A3. Then first we will write down B2. Otherwise else C1 value and B2 value, it will be combined. Here you can see here, this is a value from the combined from this value is roto value, it will be combined with this value. A2 not equal to A1. A2, A1, we have a A2 and A3, then I will using from A2, and here we will use the A1. Sorry, this is A1, because this is a value A2 and A1 also combined, A3 and A2 combined. So we will comparison with A2 and A1. A2, A1 is not combined this value, then B2 value. Otherwise else C1 value combined with the B2 value. Now I am going here. Sorry. Now I am going here. You can check here. B2 value, it's not equivalent to. So this one value is false. If this false, then we want to follow this criteria. This criteria is a C2. C2 is a roto value combined with the B3 value is directory bits. So now you have to clear about this one, how to concat this value. This is a symbol of the concatenate. You can use the concat function, otherwise else you can use the symbol also. At both the places it will be very useful. So you want to use this symbol with the concatenation, so you can use this symbol with the concatenate this value. We can concat the value easily on this parameter, so we want to easy with this parameter. So this is your data. Here you can see here roto value, directory value, home advisor value. This is all are the combined bus. Here you can see first if condition. If condition is not true, then b4 value is this one, b4 value is a home advisor. But yes, this is a false this value, so c3 value, c3 is your this one value comma with b3 value, b3 value is this one. Yes, it's a b4, sorry, home advisor. So now and so on, this condition is followed. So now we want this value concat from this value, other value we don't want, right? So now we have a clear idea about if condition with using of concatenation function, with using of the pivot table functionality. So we will use this functionality easily with your parameter, and we can use this functionality. Yes, friends, if any situation, no one condition in Excel is useful, at that time, if condition is always useful. So make sure that always create the if condition. With using of the if condition, we can create this value. If you are using this value, you can create the data limits. So now you have to clear idea about that, how to concat this value, right, friends? Now, in the next parameter, we want next if condition here. Second if condition is here from. If A2 not equal to A3, for example, A2 not equal to A3, then concat, what concat A2 value not equal to, it will be both are not equal to, then concat the A2 value, then space, then concat the C2 value, then space. If it is not followed, then space is allowed. A2 is not equal to the, here is only space because both are same. So now I'm dragging this value. You can see here, this is your value 2130, but we want a comma. So if you want a comma here, then I will do here comma. This one value plus this one value. Now you can see here concatenate of the three value 219031, 219032. Now this is your value we want to concatenate. Now I am explain this condition. First, A2 is not equal to A3. Concat A2 space C2. C2 is what? This one value. If it is not equal to that, this is a equal to this value, this is equal to, here is a not equal to this value, so concat this one and this one value. So now this both the value is concat. If both the value is concatenate from your side, then here is a condition is clear. If condition is not clear from your side, then what can you do? If the condition is not clear from your side, then what can we do? First go for the formula part. Evaluate the formula. A2 not equal to A1. Here is a A2 and A1. Here you can see here friends, first number, evaluate the second number. It's a true. If it is true part, then come from the B2. B2 is a roto-rooter. So this value, roto value is coming from your side and you can work with this value. Now what can we do next? Here is a label 1 and here is a label 2. Data, filter, go for the select all the value. If I'm not, select the blank this value and okay, you can see here this is your value. Now you are copy this value. On the basis of the copy this value, you can create the anything from Excel. Now this is a clear part. If condition, you can use the if condition anywhere in the Excel file. If you are using the data part, you can use this file. With using of this file, you can use this data file also. So now you have to clear idea about what is the data part, what is the time limit, and how to use the if condition with your concatenate the function. So now you have to clear idea about this label, and with using of this label, we want create easily with this file. So if you want to use this easily with this file, you can create your own data. So now you make sure that with your own data, with using of this file, you can create your concatenate the function. If you are concatenate this function, you can create your own label and own file. So make sure that own label and own file want to create this particular data. So now you have to clear idea about the name, label, label 1 and label 2, filtering with this data. With using of filtering this data, we have to clear this value. On the basis of clear value, we want to clear off the data parts, right? Now I am going from this filtering this value. Here we will filter this value. If you use the text filter, you want to use this text filter. Here we will use only this one filter, and now the color combinations value, it will be changed. For example, its color is red. Now I'm bringing the filter value, clearing filter. Then now you can see this is red color. This is your value. You want to put out this value and even place with you using of the red color, and you have to short menu. You have to create the shortcut menu. Otherwise, says everyone this is a not any solution, then you have to concat this value, put out this value one by one and concat this value. So that is very difficult from your side. Concatenate this value, you want to put out this value with the basic functionality, right? Now I'm using this file. Yes friends, right click and protect sheet. This is your password, but yes, password it will be break at we will discuss in the previous session also. Now, if any places we want to give the password, it is very secure from your place. That any places we want to use, yes, developer tab, then go for the Visual Basic. In this Visual Basics, in the tool command VBA projects, here is a password file, protection file, and lock the password protection. But yes, make sure that if your password is break, then you cannot use this Excel file. So if you want to your break the password with using of VBA, that is next to impossible, because VBA using from hexacoding, if hexacoding break your password, this is very it is not easy to user to break the password. If you are using break the password with using of sheet 1 and sheet 2, you want to create XML and easily XML file, it will be break the password. This is a very easiest from your side, but if you want to use this password, then you cannot do the particular data with using of this file. So make sure that you want to give here the password, and password we cannot break this password. At that time, if we want to secure our file, we want to use this password data. Now, if you want to use this file, how to use the particular data with this file, we want to check here this file. Now, we want to create a project from this one file, and a project from this file is a different file. We want a user one slicer, operate two pivot table. How want to create a one slicer? This is called an advanced pivot table. We want to go for the advanced pivot chart, dashboard chart also. Now we want to the functionality of using of this functionality, we want to use the particular data with particular value. For example, this March, April, May, this is our data. We want to put all the data. For example, if this both the row are blank, then I will delete this value, and control minus, this is a shortcut key. We want to use this value. Now I am using this one menu. Copy this file and go for the new file. We want to create a new file, because anyone change in the master file, it will be changed, then it will be create a very problem. So we want to create a different file. On the basis of different file, we want to create a pivot table, and one slicer have a operate with two pivot tables. We want to use the one slicer menu with operate with the two pivots table. So we want to use the one slicer two pivot tables. Now insert pivot table and different Excel sheet. From one pivot table, first pivot table is month, sales before tax, sales tax, and sales plus tax. You know about all these things. This is sum of the cell of this value. We want to sum of the cells before tax, sales tax, and sales plus tax, this value. Now here I am putting the slicer menu. Here is a month from your slicer menu. This is your month, right? Now I want to what? We want one slicer operate with the two pivot tables. Now I want to here create a second pivot table. On the basis of second pivot table, we want to create a different functionality. For example, here I am putting here January and March, clear filtering. If I'm putting here May, June, and July, this is a 3 months from here. This is a basically three parts from here. So now what you want, we can create particularly on the basis of this one. we want to create the second pivot table. Insert pivot table using from existing and location from here. So this is second pivot table. We want to create a second pivot table, and second pivot table I want to create on product code, sales number, product code, sales before text, sales text, and sales plus text. For example, if I am putting here the second pivot table, at that time we want to create the sales plus text second time. Now you can see here sales plus text first time, sales plus text second time. Now we want to percentage here, percentage of grand total. Now you can see here, here is the actual value sales plus text, and here is a format. Now we want to use this is an advanced pivot table. So now we will use this color bar, data bar, icon set. For example, I want to icon set. If I am putting here the color bar value, so now you can use the color bar format. Here is a color bar format. You can use this format. Manage the rules. For example, I will manage the rules. This one. Here is the lowest value, percentage of 50 value. It's a white color. For example, I'm not white color. I'm using this green color. This is the lowest value. It's a blue color. If this value, it's a dark green color, then you can create your combination also. This is a percentage value. Then okay, then you can change this, apply this value. You can see here this format. If you want to use this one format, this is a sales before text, sales plus text, and sales values. This is all are the value from formula cells. You can use this formula. Now, if you want to use, if I'm deleting this rules, if I'm using this value on the data bar and go for the manage rules, this is a call a data bar and show bar only, then bar value only for showing this, another value it's not showing from your side. So this is your this value on the value of the white color, black color, no border, contain, negative value, excess value, minimum value and maximum value automatically will be selected, and this one is your value and applicable this value. Now you can see here this is your value, which one you have to put out this value. Now go for the manage rules. If I am putting here negative value and excess, negative, if want to negative value as a color, same apply same field color as positive bar value. If any positive value, any negative value, we want to create a minimum value. Minimum value from you can automatically set this minimum value. Lowest value, minimum value. For example, lowest value, you want to select here the lowest value here. If I want to select the number is not a zero. This one number, this is your minimum value, and maximum value number is this one is your, I think so this is your percentage value. So we want to select the percentage here. Here we will select also percentage, and I want to select the minimum percentage from this one and maximum percentage from this one value. So I'm selecting from this one, and color value is green, and you can select this value, apply this value. Now you can see here negative and positive value also bar value is clear. So if you want to you create, this is your own basis. You want to create your own basis. So if you want to use this functionality, you can easily clear this. Now, if you want to use this value, if you want to use this value, we don't want to this automatically, it will be selected and okay, then apply this value and okay this value, that will be applicable from your side. So this is your basics parts you want to create here. Now you don't want to create a data bar only, then show the data bar, then it will be applicable only for data bar. So now you can see here with your data bar value, right? If you want to use this, now two tables is connect with the another table, right? Pivot table connection. Here is a pivot table connection, pivot table 1 and pivot table 2. Two pivot table is created from your side. Now we want to use the January value. January sales before tax, sales tax, sales plus tax, and product code 03 and 05. So both the value on the both the shape wise, you can easily work with both the shape wise. First from January value from here, and the second is January value is from here. So you can create a January values. You can create also the shape formula. So in this shape formula, you have to clear idea January value 035 and January value 05. So both the side it will be 03 and 05. Both the value is selected from your side. So both the places it will be reflected. If I am using January and March, you can use this January and March value. So January and March sales before tax, sales plus tax value is this one, and on the basis of the particular product code, your value format is this format. So now you can use this format. On the basis of this format, we want to easily create with this file, and using of this file we want to create a two pivot tables in a one slicer file. You want to easily create this two tables with one size slicer file. We want to create this. So we have now easy idea about how to create this value. On the basis of this value, how want to create on particular data. So if you want to use this particular data with this particular file, we want to create it. Now I'm going from this file and go for the, for example, in a viewing part, and if you want to go the different workbook, we want to put out view side by side and customize views. Yes, we go for the particular protection of this file. This is protect sheet. This is Protect Workbook and Share Workbook. Yes, this is a Share Workbook. Allow changes by more than one user at the same time. Whenever you are working with a Google Sheet in Excel file, multiple person is working with the same file. At that time, we multiple persons from the save this file, operated this file, and data with this file. Any changes by more than one user at that time, this will be user from working this file. If I am using this advanced option, if I am use this option and going from the advanced option is enable, keep change the history from 30 days. 30 days history is available. Automatically every 15 minutes it will be saved. Automatically every 15 minutes it will be saved, because whenever changes is made, for example, two-person in a simultaneously work, when one person save, at that time the second person save. If any changes is not done, so every 15 minutes it's automatically saved. Save my changes and see other changes. Save my changes at automatically and other changes also. So always, so just see other user changes. Only other user changes is only show, my changes is not showing. Then you can use this. Ask me which changes will. Print the setting, filter setting is available. So if you using this file, this multiple user with You can put out this file in a Google Drive, and with using of Google Drive you can share with the multiple users. If you are sharing with the multiple user, with using of this file we can create your own file also. So if you want to use this file, on the basis of this file we want create your own file. With using of this file we want create your own file. Sharing, you have a Google Sheet, but in a Google Sheet disadvantage that many of the function is not working in the Google Sheet. So make sure that every function is working with your Google Sheet. You can use this file functionality, and if you are using this file and functionality you can use the easily with your file, right friends? So keep the changes history in 30 days. Don't keep change the history. We will save the history, because which time it will be saved, which time it will be not saved. So this is mainly usable from your side. So whenever working your data with a multiple user, this command is very useful, so you want to use this. Now translate any languages. For example, if I am putting here school, translate English US, and French language it will be convert. Here you will be convert translation this language, but make sure that at that time net availability is available. If the net availability is available, then you can use this file. Otherwise else you cannot translate this file. This is a translation. You can search all these things here, but if you want to use the translation of any file, you can use the English USA. Here is a different language. Hindi, for example, I'm doing from the Hindi service is not available. Japanese, all these things value, translate this value. Alternative, these services could not search this value. For example, we cannot search because alternative languages we want to use this in Urdu. For example, I will find out this Urdu value. If it is available, then we can find this value. If it is not available, we cannot find the other option also. So make sure that other option is also available from your side. Protect and share workbook. Here is a protect and share workbook option is available. Sharing with the track changes. What do you mean by the track change? First, we will check the what do you mean by the track changes. Highlight the changes. Track changes while editing also. All everyone who can edit this, everyone but me. Where and where places is edible. For example, I am putting here all the places it will be edible. For example, I will save this file. Now I am here. Track changes. Highlight the chain and everyone, because everyone it's not selected, it will be list of changes in new worksheet. Okay, so if I'm doing this file, if any changes, we want to work with any changes. If it is changes is acceptable, if it is changes is rejectable, the both the way, accept or reject. Not review it since the date. A to K, where everyone can change, accept or reject these changes. Here is the changes is accept or reject. So if any places you want to track changes, that changes we will be allowed in the Excel file. It will be anyone user, it's a change from this file. You can use the track changes option from your side. So if you want to use this track changes option, you can track your data with using of this one data file. How to basically enable and how to protect the share workbook. Sharing from text changes value. If I'm a sharing from track changes value, we want to use this sharing from track changes value. So if you want to use this sharing from track changes value, you can sharing and this value. For example, if I'm editing track changes for Excel features, then highlight the track changes value, highlight the changes, then highlight the track changes, this one, everyone this value, where I cannot put this value where, and OK buttons. Now you can see here color combination is now changeable from your side. You can see here V value, CXV value. Now I'm putting any one value, it will be changeable. At that time its color value, it will be changed. You can see here track changes value show the link value. So the check is the color value, it will be changeable from this value, and you want to use this value. On the basis of this value, we have to put out the particular data also. So now you can show here, this is a track changes command. If it is accept or reject, this will be now save the continue this file. Now changes is acceptable, not as review. So we will changes this file and OK, accept or reject. You will be accept or reject all, and accept or reject all, and reject this file. From rejected, this one places is reject, here is a reject, and here is a rejected, and here is a also rejected. Now, and which places track changes option is disabled. Whenever you are giving your assignment to someone place, for example, you are submit your assignment, your school, your colleges, right? At that time, you want to use this functionality. For example, at that time you don't this assignment is review. At that time professor and someone else using this file, and any changes, it will be give the changes on using of track changes option, or save this file and send for you. At that time any changes from your side, it will be highlighted this value, and you want to use this file. Now you have to clear idea about the track changes. Now protect share workbook, sharing with track changes, and password may only be added if the workbook unshared at the time of protection. Sharing with the track changes, it's mean that if you are protect share workbook with sharing track changes, it's mean that there are multiple person using this file. At that time sharing functionality is very useful, and you can use only shareable person only use particular file. At that time protect your workbook option is you can create this functionality. Okay friends, we will continue with the next lectures. Thank you.